Okay, friends, once again, a very good afternoon to all of you. And in today's session, we are going to learn how do you create amazing interactive dashboard in Excel. So we have this messy data with us, and what we will be doing is first we will clean this data. Let me give you step by step whenever you want to create a dashboard in Excel on a data. How do we do that? So the first step is you will do the data cleaning. So you will clean the data. Means if you have spelling mistakes, if you have merged cell, if you have unwanted rows or column, blank rows or column, if date format is not correct. So all these things you will be doing the cleaning. Once your data is clean, then you can go ahead and prepare the reports. What reports? Country wise, product wise, month wise, quarter wise, year wise, calculating a difference between 2 year, removing the variance, and all these things you will be creating the reports. But we will be doing little bit different here. We will not create reports on different sheets, but we will be creating reports on one sheet so that management can see in one go everything. And we will not present to the management only in the text form, but we will be converting that into the charts. And so the third step will be in this creating charts, correct? And on that charts, we will be adding the slices. So management click on a button and the charts get updated, adding slicers. And what will be the fifth step? Fifth step will be a report connection. Means when I click on one slicer, all the charts should update, not only one. So that is a concept of report connection. So these are the 5 steps which we will be doing now in next 40-45 minutes. Got it, everybody? So let's get started with the session. Are you all ready to start learning, friends? Can you please put in a chat box yes? So I know you all are active with me. Can you please reply yes in the chat box? Amazing, lovely, great. Thank you so much. So let's get started, everybody. So you see this data. If you create a chart on this, it is not going to give you the correct number. It will never give you because there are some problem in this data. Let's solve the problem. The first big issue which I am able to see in my data is the merge cell. So this Ramzan, this laptop, this mobile are basically the merged option, right? So what I will be doing is I will quickly unmerge it. And I have to not only unmerge, but I have to again fill the data into it. Otherwise, you will not come to know. So here what I will be doing is I will be selecting one Ramzan word, means this cell. I will press Control with this finger. I click laptop. I click on mobile, means I'm selecting that. And I will select all the 5. After selecting all 5, I will go to the home and there is the option merge and center. This is already merged. Again, if you click on it, automatically it will unmerge. So again, I will click on it. It got unmerged. And quickly, I want to fill. So do you know what is a shortcut of filling down, everybody? It's Control D. D for down. So laptop will be filled down. Ramzan will be filled down. So I press Control D and it got filled down. Simple. In another session, I'm going to explain you a little bit more interesting. You say, Ramzan, if I have hundreds of merged cell, will I select one? Or if I know, okay, 100, these are the, if I want to find more, that is there any more merged cell in the whole sheet? How do you find? Here we use a find option technique. In that there is an option merge cell. You check and then you can find all the merged cell. But that is out of scope of this session. But that also is coming in the upcoming sessions. Okay. So one is this. The second problem which I can see in my data is the problem with the spelling of Abu Dhabi. Here Abu Dhabi is with space. Here it is without space. Naturally, when you create this report, it will show you two Abu Dhabi, two different cities. So I say no, I want only one spelling. So I will select the H column. and you will press Control H. Control H is a shortcut for replace. You press Control F for find, right? So same way, Control H for replace. So I say find what? So here I will type Abu Dhabi. Means I am telling Excel, find Abu Dhabi, which is having a spelling mistake. Replace with Abu Dhabi means replace with correct name. And here I will say replace all. That's all. And I just say okay. And you will observe your work has done. So this has become perfect. I have two blank rows. Naturally, I will not keep blank rows because selection will be an issue. When I will create a pivot, in that also blank will come. So try always remove the blanks. So I selected the row. And what is the shortcut for removing a blank? Can anybody tell me on the chat box? If you know, if you remember, what will be a shortcut for deleting a row? I think somebody should control minus. Good, Srijesh. So you will select both and say control minus. So control minus, everybody, is a shortcut to delete a row. Good, Vijay. Good, Ravi. Now I will again come on this word no coupon. Same method I will use over here. I want wherever there is no coupon with extra spaces in the start, that has to be removed. Now here you can use trim formula also, and you can use the replace formula also. But if you have many places, no coupon, and in that somewhere you have two space, somewhere you have three space, somewhere you have one space, you don't know how many spaces. That time you will use a trim formula only. So trim will remove all the unwanted space. But in this case, I can see number of spaces are fixed. Means before node, 2, 3 space, or before node, but small is there. Simple is there. So I can use replace also. So I will again click on the D column. I will say Control H for replace. Find what? I will delete this Abu Dhabi and I will select this no coupon and I say copy. Means I will copy this and I will paste it over here. I say Excel, find this word no coupon because I don't know how many spaces might be there in the start. So I will say no coupon. So find what? No coupon. Replace with no coupon without space. I click on replace all and your work is done. Got it? Now, this data cleaning which I just showed you was, you can say, a basic level or you can say intermediate level. But when you actually work with huge data, there can be lots of spelling mistake. There can be a problem where date is not in correct format. So if you wanted to make it correct, you know this option, data, and then you have text to column. Then you go to the next. Here you select date. If with that it's not working, then again you do text to column separate. Then you use a date formula for combine. So there are many ways. So depending upon the data, cleaning might be done. You might have a data in which you have first name and last name, and you wanted to show top five. So then you will use concatenate formula or text join formula to first combine it. Then you will do it. Understanding? Sometimes you might have all the names which are in capital letter, but while showing you want a first character capital, so you will use a proper formula. So like this, you can go on. Data cleaning is a very big topic, right? This I gave you the idea, this type things, this way you do the data cleaning. Now let's say your data is clean. Now what? Now you want to insert a pivot, means you want to create the reports. The first what I do is I just remove the color from it. So I selected the data and from the fill, I will say no fill. I remove the color. Now, friends, okay, let me do this center. Not required, but just it should look good. So I converted this into this. Now, friends, before I insert a pivot table to create the report, make sure you convert this data into a table format. Once you convert a data into table format, in future, when we add more data to this, you just have to click on refresh and your report will be updated. Understanding? If you will not convert a data into table mode, and in future, if you add more data over here, and when you try to refresh the pivot, it will not take the new data. So you will go to the change data source and you will increase the range. So to avoid that issue, always convert a data to table mode after cleaning. So first cleaning, converting data into table mode, inserting the report. This should be your method, which I also follow for my current clients. Yeah, I always convert a data into the table after cleaning. So control T, control T is for cleaning. Sorry, converting a data into the table mode. So I press control T and my data became in a table mode. Got it. Now this white is coming, it's not looking. So because my color was there, so I just select this and I remove the color. And now I will press control T, control T. So now the heading comes in a dark blue and it is white. So it's visible for you. It's easy. So that is also one good thing, that before you convert a data into table, you should remove the color from that. Okay, it's not compulsory, but remove it, then it gives its own color. So that is always better. Small thing, but very important. Now what? Now we start building the reports. So I will go to the insert tab. As this is a revision session, I have already trained you on pivot table. So when you see this, everything will get recollect to you. Okay, so that is the main aim of this session. So I go to the insert, and if you remember, we will click on pivot table. Now, when you click on pivot table, here you will see it is written table 2. Means when I converted this data into control T, automatically it took a name. Table 1, table 2. So that name is coming. If you will not convert into the table, what will happen? It will take A1 to A4000, something like that it will take, right? Till the end of the record. So that will be the hard code. But once you convert into table, it becomes dynamic. Where you want a report? In a new sheet. We always take in a new sheet and I say, okay. Now this is a sheet where all your reports will be coming, summary reports. So I will come over here and I will rename it as summary or whatever name you wish. Now on this area, friends, we will start building up the reports. Okay. So on the right hand side, you have all the names, and these are the 4 areas where you will be dragging. So the first report which I want is each salesperson did how much sales. So I will click on the salesperson. Automatically it came under the row. Means it came under the row. And on the sheet, automatically it took all the unique names of the employees. And then I want a total sales. So where you will put total sales? I will click on the total sales. Sales column will always Excel put under the value area because it has to do the sum. Correct? So you have to put that under the values. So you got the first report. Now you think, if you don't know the pivot table and if you want to create this report, what you would have to do? Correct? You have to do 7 times filter, which would have took lots of time. Here what you did, nothing. You just press the control T, go to insert, pivot table, okay. Click, khalas, your work is done. Again, I select this data. Again, I select this data and I will do the copy paste. Give me a minute, everybody. Great. Now, the next step will be what? Now, again, I will select this data and I will do the copy paste. We are good in copy paste. So let's do the copy paste. So I say Control A, select all, Control C, copy this pivot and paste it down. Otherwise, normally what people do, they again go to the data, they go to the insert and they insert the new pivot. No, don't do that way. This is much easier. So you copy the pivot and paste it down. Now in the second pivot, my cursor is on second pivot. I will tell Excel in second pivot, I don't want a salesperson because salesperson is already there in the first pivot. So you uncheck the salesperson and I will take the country. So I get country wise report. Again, I will say select all. Again, say copy. Again, say control V for paste. And in the third report, again, I will tell Excel, uncheck the country and I need a product. So you created product wise. So on one sheet, if you observe, there are 3 reports has come. And when you combine all the reports in one sheet, it becomes a dashboard. So combination of reports are known as dashboard. Correct? Again, I copy this, everybody. And again, I go on the right hand side, I paste the data over here. And in the fourth chart, again, I will remove the salesperson. And let's take any other thing. Let's take date wise. So I click on date. So when I click on date wise, automatically it converted individual dates into a hierarchy. So if you observe, when I put the date column automatically here in below, he took the year, quarter, and month, everything. But I just want year wise. So I will throw the quarter outside. I remove the month from here, and I also remove the date. So I get only date year wise. But in year wise also, I don't want so many years. I just want last few years. So I will click on a drop down of it, and you will uncheck few years from here. So let me uncheck till 2012, and let me keep only this much. Good. Again, I will copy this. Again, I will paste down. And here, again, I want another report. Let's say I want age wise. So I will remove this year here. And this is a number column. So you will drag it under the row. Otherwise, if you normally click on age, it will go directly to the values. Got it? Kindly anyone resend the file. Thank you. Yeah, can anybody please send, because now my file is open. I have to send, so I have to close this file. Yeah. If anybody wants, you can quickly share it on the chat box for Sabha. Okay. Or I will send you in the end, Sabha. Okay, everybody. So now over here, I have a age-wise report, but is age-wise report, I wanted to show in a group, like 18 to 28, 29 to something like that, 10 years. So I will right click on it, and there is an option group. So you are grouping it by 10. Okay. And you will observe you have created a group wise report. Got it? So now your work is done. So let's now, like this, I can create more reports. And in all that reports, I can create a charts. But as we have a short time, so I will not create more reports. Same thing you have to do, everybody, right? You know this. Now what we will do, on this report, we will try to build up the charts, then slicer, then report connection, and it becomes awesome. So now what I will do, I will insert one sheet over here, one blank sheet, and I am renaming it as dashboard. Now we will create the dashboard. Okay. So now on this, mostly we will try to prepare the charts. So after I insert a sheet, I will select the heading and I will just type the name of my company. So let's say I will click on merge cell and all the cells become merged. There is another way also which you don't want to merge, but I'm going with this now today. And I will type the name of the company, let's say eTech Global Solution. I will come over here, I will fill the color, I will make the text as white, I will increase the size. If you wish, you can make it bold. eTech Global Solution, and I will say sales dashboard. Oh, I don't want to see the grid lines. Do you know, everybody? How do you remove the grid lines? Any guess, any idea? How do you remove this gray color grid lines? Should I make it white color? Should I select and put the white color? Any guess, any idea? Very good, Srijesh. You have to go to good Sabha. Very nice. Good Dipen. You have to go to view and you have to uncheck the grid lines. Good Ravi. Good Jacqueline. I will uncheck it. So now this becomes a clean screen. Now what I will do is I will again go to summary sheet and here I will try to build up a chart. So I have put my cursor on first chart. Do you know, everybody, on this data, if I want to create a chart, what shortcut you will press? Any guess, any idea? If you remember in the session, if I want to create a chart, what is the shortcut? And the shortcut is Alt F1. So when I press this, see, I will put it on a chat box. Alt F1, not that exclamation, sorry, I put exclamation, Alt F1. Or you can press Alt function F1. I have put it in our chat box. So I press Alt F1, and if you observe, My chart has been created. Got it? I got the chart. Now, what I want to do is the first thing after creating a chart, everybody, is you will add the data labels and something new you are going to learn now. Very new thing. Right click, add data label. Now you see these data labels are very big number, right? How do I'm just deleting unwanted things, grid lines and all these things. Now I wanted to I say hide. I want to convert this numbers into million. So this is a very nice option you can use. I will also give you in the chat box. So now this is the format, custom format. I will show you how do we do that. So I will select this all number in the pivot table, not in the chart, in pivot table, control 1, which will open a format cell. Then I will go to custom and over here I will say paste. Now you see what happened. This big number got converted into million. Now what is that format? I have pasted that format for your reference in the chat box. If you want to copy, just copy it everybody, right? Now I will make this also a little bit beautiful. So I will go to format. Now these are additional options just to make it little bit more nice looking the chart. I just right click on the frame of it. I go to the border and I say solid line. And in the end, you get one option round corners. And it became round corners. Perfect. I say Control X, cut it, go to the dashboard sheet and let's say paste. And nicely, let's put it over here. Let's make it little small. So this is very now you see if this would have been a big numbers, it would have looked very big, right? So it's always if you have a big number, you can convert that into the million. If you want to make it billion, if your numbers are in billion, you add three commas. Three commas are for billions. In if you keep one comma, that is for thousands. What do you mean by commas? The commas mean this one comma, two comma, three comma, that are that for that. Okay. I will give you more detail on that. I again go to the summary sheet, everybody. I go to the second pivot. We go to insert, and in insert, now I'm adding a pie chart. So you have 2D pie, you have 3D pie, and if you are hungry, it's lunch time. So you can take the donut. So if you want, you can take that as well. I'm not hungry. So I go to the insert and I will take a 3D pie, a normal one. Got it? Again, I will do little changes on that. Let's say I delete the legend. I don't want this button. Right click, hide. I want to change the title of it. So I will say, for example, country wise sales. Got it? I wanted to add the numbers over here in percentage form. Right click, add data label. But I added the data label, but it's number. No, I wanted to show it as percentage. Right click on that. Format data label. And here you get one option percentage. I don't want value. I want category name. Category name means India, UAE, Oman, and all. Let's make it a white color so it becomes easy for you. Let's make it bold and let's increase the font size. I think should not do bold. Okay. Now we do regular formatting. Go to the format. How do you add the shadow? Shape effect. Shadow. And I take this shadow. I want a round corner. Think how you will do the round corner. I will go to this fill, border, and I say solid line. And when I scroll, here you get round corners, bottom right, which is under fill. Again, I say Control X. I go to the dashboard sheet. I say paste, and let's put it nicely over here. Yeah. This is a bad habit. Don't adjust it like this. But if you say, Ramzan, I want exact size, so you can find the exact size here. Once you select this chart, on the top you get format. And here now you get the option of size. So this is height 6.46. So this also should be 6.46. So this is 5/6. I say 4.6. And what is the width? This is 11.5. This is 11.16. So I will make it 11.5. In fact, you can select all together and you can do sizing in one go also. So that is also possible. So again, I took this and I nicely put it over here and let's close this. Got it. Again, I go to the summary sheet and let's say I am on the row label. Insert, insert. I go to the column chart and I say I want a bar chart. So I took the bar chart. Now you see how beautiful we make this bar chart. Select this, delete. Select the grid lines, press delete. I don't want to see this button. You say hide. Let's make it little small. I don't want a bottom access. So I select delete. I want to add the data label. Right click, add data labels. Hey, these numbers are a little bit bigger. So I want to copy this million formats over here. Yes, we can do. You know your favorite option, format painter. And you select this and it becomes this. Got it? Again, I select, oh, I can double click on format painter to lock it. Again, I apply on this and I apply on this. Got it? Simple. Now again, I will make this a shadow. So I go to the format, shape effect, and I say shadow. I also want to do the round corners, chart area, solid line, and I will also say the round corner. Control X, cut. Go here and say Control V for paste. Take this and nicely put it over here. Let's check the height of it. The height of this is 6.46. So I also come over here and I will say 6.46. Done with no problem. Okay. Because it's a pie chart, bar chart with I will keep according to my need. Okay. Whatever the space support. Now I will align this all. So I will press a shift key, select all these three. How do you align in the top, everybody? You go to shape format. And over here you get one option align. And I say align top. So all top together. Now between both of them, all three of them, there should be sufficient gap. So this gap. So this is a horizontal gap. Align. And I will say distribute horizontal spaces. Now it is perfect. Understanding everybody? Yeah. Can you please reply yes in the chat box if you all are awake with me and if you all are understanding? Good Srijesh, good Alia, welcome. Okay, your name is only welcome, huh? What's your name, my friend? Welcome. I remember that welcome picture, huh? Okay, so great. So again, I will go to the summary sheet. Good, Sabine. Acha, Sabine is also joined. Welcome, Sabine, to the session, dear. Hope you are doing well. Thank you, Ravi. Again, friends, I will come on this 2013 and 14. And on this, I wanted to create a line chart. Okay. To create a line chart, you will go to insert. And again, over here, there is a area chart. So I will put the cursor here, insert, and I say chart. So I go over here and I take the chart. My chart is ready. Now let's make it beautiful. What are the few steps you will do, everybody? You click on the total, press delete from the keyboard, gone. Click on the grid lines, delete from the keyboard, khalas. I don't want to see this one. Select this, press delete, gone. I don't want to see these buttons. Right click, hide fields, gone. I want to change the title. Click on the total and I will say yearly sales. Now on this, I want to put the shadow. You know how do you put the shadow, everybody now, correct? How you will put, tell me. You will select the chart and where you will go? You will go on the format. In the format, you get one option shape effect. In that shadow and in that this one and your work is done. Hey, yes, correct, Sarva. Again, I will go over here and I will right click on the frame of it Again, you will go to format chart area and same step, friends. Solid line. Scroll down and say round corners. Done. Again, you will right click on it and say add data label normal. But here, small change. Now, when you put the data label over here, it comes on the line. No, which looks bad. So either you need to take it down or you need to take it up. How do you do that? You will right click on it. You will right click on it and you will say format data labels. Click on it. And here it will ask you label position where you need on the above, below. Most of the time we take below. So you keep it below. It's up to you. Got it? Now, how do you cut paste? Control X. Cut it. Go to the dashboard sheet and I say paste it. Let's make it something like this and let's make it height wise little bit. I make it small so that I can fit this over here. Lovely. Excellent. Now we will move little bit more ahead and I go to another summary sheet. You have to give me a few more minutes because this is the last chart. Insert column and I say column chart. My column chart is ready, but I think I should arrange it nicely. So you can do sorting on pivot. Do you know that? You can right click on the pivot. You will go to the sort and I say, hey, largest to smallest. My data got sorted. Hence, if data got sorted, chart will also get sorted. And five important things which you will do after creating the chart are this. One, delete the total. Second, delete the grid lines. Third, delete this axis. Fourth, right click on the button, hide it. Fifth, change the title. So I will say, for example, product wise sales. Sixth option, do the shadow format, shape effect, shadow, and I said this shadow. Round corners, right click on the frame of this chart and you will select format my chart area. In that, I will select solid line and I scroll it down and I say round corner. Khalas. Want to change the color of the bars? Click on one of the bar. On the top, you get shape fill. Take your company color and you can quickly fill it. Control X, go to the dashboard sheet and I will say Control V for paste. Again, I take this and I will just see the height of it. No, I think I don't want a height because here I have less space. So I have to do manually these things, right? So I just increase it over here. Formatting and adjustment we will do afterwards. Let's increase and just fill the gaps. Understanding? So all the things, so our data was messy. We did cleaning. On that, we created the summary report. On each summary report, we created the chart. And it's a time to add the last step, that is the slicer. How do you add a slicer, everybody? Select the chart. Go to insert. And in insert, on the right hand side, you will see one option slicer. Once again, select the chart. Go to insert. And there is an option slicer. Which slicer you need? Hey, I need a slicer of country. I need a slicer of salesperson. I need a slicer of product. Slicers are like a button. It is used for filtering. And I say, okay. And now I will take the country, nicely put it over here. Let's make it small. Let's make it small. And let's convert this to two column. When you select the slicer, everybody, on the top there is an option slicer. In that, here you get one option columns. I make it two column. You love the color? Change the color. So you can even take some nice looking. Let's make this, bring this down so that here I can put any logo. Again, I will make this two column. Let's make it small. Let's change the color. I'm making too much color, but in your company, you will take your color and you can just keep one simple color. That is also fine. But just to give you the ideas, yeah. So basically, I have filled all the colors and I have converted all the slices into the two columns. Let me put it nicely over here. Let me move all this little bit up. Got it? I have moved this up. Let me make this slicer also little perfect. Got it? So let's me move here. Perfect. Lovely. Got. Now, let's add some logo over here. So I open the Google and I will just type sample logo and I will get any logo. And let's take any company name. So let's say I take this, your brand, right? And I right click on it. I say copy. I go to my Excel and I say Control V for paste. Done. Let's do the cropping. You know, in the picture, there is an option crop. So I remove these unwanted white areas. Otherwise, if I will put it over here, then that slicer, it will become white. Then I have to go to back. So instead of that, I just remove that and I will nicely keep any of your logo over here. Lovely. Now, want to see the magic? What is that magic? If I click on India, India sales. Oman, Oman sales. But hey, what's happening? The problem is, this is a clear. It is affecting only one chart. No, he should affect other pivots also. Because when I click on one slicer, it should change all the pivots. Which pivots? In summary, you have pivots. This all should update. And when this updates, automatically charts will update. So how do we do that? How do we do that? So you will select the slicer. You will select the slicer. After selecting slicer, what you will do, everybody? You will go on the top slicer. This is a slicer option. And I will connect this slicer to other reports also. So that when I click on this, everything should be updated. It's not that interesting. Some of you know this. You have already attended session. It's a revision for you. So I click on the option report connection. And in report connection, it will ask me this option that which pivot you want to connect. I will say I want to connect all the pivot. In this also there is a depth. You should rename the pivot table name also. So you know which table you are connecting. As of now, I wanted to update everything. So I'm selecting everything. Once again, I select the slicer. On the top, you will go to slicer. In that, you will see report connection. And here you will make it little bit big and you go on selecting other slicers. Again, I select this one. Again, I go to report connection. Again, I make this little bit bigger. And here I will select it. And I say, okay, that's all. Now I click on India, all are changing. Oman, Oman, UAE, UAE. Click clear. Want to see hard disk, laptop, laptop, motherboard. In woman monitor, I want to see for David. I want to see for Abdullah. I want to see for Raj. Click on it, click on it. Fast work is done. Don't give like this to management. What you will do? Hide the summary sheet. Come on the summary sheet, right click and hide so that nobody can play with that. I will right click on messy data also and hide it. And these are my unwanted sheets. HR data 1, HR data 2. Sometime I also take HR sessions. So we do the on that HR data. So I'm just deleting that. This also I will right click and just give this to them. That's all. Okay, I say save the file and your dashboard is ready. And you observe, friends, we have completed exactly at 2:44. I told you I will complete in 30 to 40 minutes, right? Exactly, it's 44 minutes and we have completed the session. And I hope you understood all these things. Now it's your responsibility to see this video twice. I have given you the practice files. Download the practice files. Do see my video, not all, 10 minutes. Data cleaning part. Implement it. Then stop the video and practice. Again, see 10 minutes video, create 2, 3 reports. I have shown you. You also practice that. Wait. Pause the video. Again, start the video. See one chart how I have created. Again, come on Excel and then do it. If you do like this, so I took 45 minutes. You might take 2.5 hours. No problem, no big deal. But it will get everything revised. And that is the main aim. That is the main aim. And if you really do this, you believe me, it will be easier for you. Got it? So I hope you all have understood everybody. And thank you so much for your time. We will discuss it. I will stop the recording over here so that it does not become big. Yeah.